These are kind of controversial.
Do you want our next baby to be a boy or a girl?
Do you ever feel like you're gonna go back to being a teacher? Have you ever wanted to quit social media?
Would you still love me if I were a worm?
No. I didn't realize that people did not know this about us. Hello!
Hi! Let me take this off.
Oh, it's getting spicy in here. What is up, you guys? Today, we are going to be answering the questions that we have never answered before. We asked you guys on our community tab. If you're not subscribed, you probably don't see our community tab. But pretty regularly, we are asking you guys questions of like what you want to see, questions you want us to answer over on the community tab.
And I think we got a lot of different questions in
Yeah,
that post.
we really did. Some really good ones that I guess I didn't even realize that we've never answered. Like the very first one that I really want to get into. What jobs do you have outside of YouTube? I didn't realize that people did not know this about us.
Right now, our other jobs outside of YouTube are TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. That's our full-time job right now.
I think where the confusion happened was because when we first started social media 2.5 years ago, Alex was a teacher. And then I was doing social media. I was doing social media. I was just like dabbling in it.
I taught for 5 years before stepping away from it. I taught PE and health. I did mostly middle school and high school. I sort of hopped around between the two. But honestly, felt like the Lord was calling me away from teaching, and I didn't know what we were going to do afterwards. And it was kind of scary because it was literally like, okay, there goes all of our insurance and all of our income. Looking back at it, super, super thankful that that's exactly what the Lord called me away from, because we're super blessed now and we get to do this full time and make more money than I did as a teacher.
And it's so crazy because we got married in May, started posting in June. You quit your job in November, and then literally by January of like the next year, like the Lord just did crazy things with our social media.
Yeah, it was pretty scary right away though, because we literally were making $0 for a good at least 2 or 3 months.
But now it's like, do you ever feel like you're gonna go back to being a teacher?
I don't think so. There would have to be a lot of things that lined up in order for me to go back to it. Here's a question that I found. Do you want our next baby to be a boy or a girl?
A girl. I was convinced that we were having a boy. We needed to verify it 3 times before I was like, oh, look, we actually are having a girl. Now that I have a girl, I want all girls. I don't know. There's something about changing a boy diaper. I can't.
Well, you'd never had to.
I can't.
She doesn't want to be peed on.
I don't even want to look at it.
I want a boy. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting a certain gender. But like, as long as you're just like not gripping onto it so tight that like you're gonna be like disappointed and like, ugh. But I've always said I want at least 1 boy and 1 girl. I said that before we had Aspen. And so if we have 3 more girls back to back to back, then we're probably gonna have to have a 5th kid, because I want at least 1 boy. But other than that, I don't care. Do you know what the kid's name's gonna be?
Yes. If it's a girl, yes. If it's a boy, we're gonna fight. Should we just go through all of the names? Guys, there were so many that he just could not get behind. Like Coast.
I was just about to say, we can say Coast because that is not going to be the name of our boy, because I don't like that name.
Beautiful. I love that name. He couldn't get behind it. Carter, he couldn't get behind. Cove is so beautiful. Do you ever think we'd use that one? Ever?
I don't think so.
What? No, it's so beautiful. Okay, here's another really big one that we get literally all the time is, why isn't Aspen in a lot of videos? That one is probably our number 2 biggest question, and truthfully, guys, we're still trying to navigate that.
Obviously, like, Aspen doesn't have a choice right now whether she's in videos or not, but like, we want you guys to subscribe to the Quist family because of us, not because of our daughter or our future kids. We still want you guys to be involved and be able to see our kids grow up to an extent, but we don't want you guys following us simply because you want to see Aspen or you want to see those other kids.
It's Courtney and Alex, and we show our kids here and there, but it's not like our kids' account, if that makes sense.
We are paying Aspen for the videos that she's in. So I think that is one of the really cool things that we get to do. So like,
she's gonna be set. Like, it is so cool that she gets paid, and then we put it into like a Roth IRA for her, and then it's like, think of the college fund that she's gonna have, like all of this stuff from even just being in the small amount of videos that we do put her in. That's crazy.
Yeah, we don't know, like we've talked about this too, but there's probably gonna be an age where we don't show her anymore.
Yeah.
Like when she starts getting into into school and stuff like that because we want her to be able to live her own life. And there might come a day where she wants to be in videos and she's coming to us and like, hey, let's film this. And we're all game for that. But we want that to be her choice and we want her to have some privacy as she's going through school. We're going to try our best to navigate that. We're probably not going to be perfect.
Oh, we're definitely, like, we're going to screw up so many times.
Oh, for sure.
And honestly, even for the small amount that we do show her, a lot of people disagree with that too. But I don't know, I feel like we've done it very tastefully so far.
I think so too.
This one's a good one. What parts of your life do you choose not to share and why? And I feel like there's so many different ways to answer that question. It's really cool when other TikTokers can like kind of like film their dates, like their date nights and stuff. Yeah. But if it's like a true date, I want no cameras at all. Or even like if you gift me something, it means a lot more to me if there's not a camera in my face. So there's a lot of gifts Alex has given me off of camera, you know?
But at the same time, I think we've had this conversation before. We know that if like I pull out my camera and record giving you something, like I did not gift you something for the video. Yeah. I'm gifting it to you because I want you to have it, right? So like it is tough to navigate that sometimes though. It's just like, okay, like I do actually want to get your reaction here because, you know, we do want to share as much of our life with you as you can while also being present with each other.
Yeah. I really enjoy the fact that like we have on days and we have off days. We have days where we know that there's going to be a camera and like, hey, like we're going to go to Build-A-Bear and we're going to film this or, you know, we're going to whatever. But then there's also days where we're just like lounging around the house. And like, I personally feel like we have figured out an amazing balance.
Yeah. Are we going to put Aspen in public school, private school, or homeschool her?
I don't know. When we bought this house, we made sure to buy it in a really amazing school district. And also there's a running joke where we live where it's like people will buy a house out here for the school district and choose to still put their kids in private school. It's like an ongoing joke.
I don't think we're gonna know until we reach that point. We would like right now, I think we're leaning towards just public school, but like we don't know what life's gonna look like in 5 years either. And we also don't know what the school system's gonna look like in 5 years. Well, but we are not gonna homeschool her though.
I don't think homeschooling, or if we did, it would be a co-op, but
it'd be tough.
It would be so tough. But also private school is like, what, $8,000 or something? No, maybe it's like $16,000. It's whatever it is. It's like so expensive. Oh, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, private school would only be if like financially things really, really worked out for us. Yeah. And on top of that, we felt like we really needed to put our kids in like a more Christian environment.
Have you ever wanted to quit social media?
I mean, there's been days where I'm just like, oh, I'm so done with this. But like in general, I wouldn't say so.
We work really hard though. We were posting 3 videos a day, every single day for about a year, which was a lot.
It was over a year, I think.
Probably. But then we switched to 2 videos a day and 1 full-length YouTube video a week. So it's like, it's a lot. So some days I don't wish that I would quit, but I wish that I would slow down. I wish we didn't pump out as much content sometimes.
Yeah.
I think what we're doing right now is like totally sustainable. But like with our daughter, it's like we want to be able to spend time with our daughter, but we also have a lot of fun. So I don't know. How do you handle negative comments?
Man, I can't even remember the last negative comment that really stuck with me, to be honest with you. That was something I was actually worried about going into social media because I was like, oh man, like words of affirmation, that's like one of my love languages. Is this gonna like stick with me? And honestly, sometimes I actually kind of find it kind of funny.
Yeah, there are a lot of really funny ones.
Like I could see there being maybe just a couple of maybe soft spots or pressure points maybe where if they comment something very specifically at something that maybe I'm self-conscious about or that I really care about, that'll maybe stick with me a little bit more, but for the most part, just ignore it. So
basically, I just don't read the comments for the most part. I'll read them on YouTube, absolutely. But it's always Facebook that I swear, like, they are just so mean. I think it's because our videos get a lot of reach on there, but they're not being delivered to the right audience.
But I will also say that like you guys make a big impact on the amount of negative comments that we get in a positive way.
Yeah.
Being as like for the like most part, the people that watch our videos, like you guys have been so kind and uplifting in the comments and have shown us nothing but love. And that usually encourages other people to do the same.
Yeah.
And where like, honestly, if somebody hates, I feel like we usually have 3 or 4 people coming to the rescue and being like just starting to bash the person who bashed us. And so we encourage uplifting and encouraging comments. So like even if somebody bashes us, maybe just be like, hey, just be kind or something.
Well, like I said, I'm not worried about that on any other platform. It's specifically Facebook that I just feel like is unhinged.
No, we should definitely make some type of video comparing the comments on all the different platforms. So that's a great idea.
That would be really funny.
Would you still love me if I were a worm?
No. Just kidding. I'm joking, Sipeka. What parenting advice have we chosen to ignore? There are so many.
Wow.
These are kind of controversial. I feel like I would only say this stuff on YouTube. And say it on Facebook. The first one that comes to my mind is that Aspen uses a weighted sleep sack.
Wait, but
Well, not
right now
anymore.
it's not weighted,
Yeah, but like she did starting at like 3 months, and that's like super controversial. Some people think that they're dangerous. It's like half a pound.
I probably play like a little bit too rough for a 1-year-old. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I toss Aspen around probably a little bit more than I should.
But she loves it.
I can't resist the laugh, okay? She's laughing, we're good.
I feel like as parents, like we're very chill.
Yeah.
There's things that I do care about, but like for the most part, we're pretty chill. What is the most misunderstood part of our job? I think it's how we make money.
That's a good one.
Can I be so real, guys? I absolutely hate telling people in real life that we do social media because the very next question is about our finances. It drives me crazy.
I don't think it's been as much lately, though. I think it's becoming more and more common now. I think the other most understood part is just simply how much work it actually does take. We do get to do some really cool things, and we, for the most part, we get to enjoy making videos and all this stuff, but we put in a lot of hours. Like, if you want to just take simply me clocking in and out of work, I'm probably working more than I did as a teacher.
Yeah. We're going to answer 2 more questions. These actually have been really good. All right, so the next one is, how did we name Aspen?
You just liked it.
I just like the name. I just think like the spelling is really pretty. We waited until after she was born, after the name was already on the birth certificate. Like her name was Aspen. And then I told some people really close to us and their face was like, oh. Like that's literally their response. And I was like, that is exactly why we waited until the name was on the birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the name Aspen. I love it.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's a great name. Alex Jr. coming next.
And the very last question that you guys asked a bunch, but here's a really good one. What's one thing you've learned about each other since getting married that really surprised you?
I feel like I knew you pretty well before we got married. I think it surprised me how big of a homebody you are. Like, I knew that you liked to be home and that you were a little bit more introverted, but I didn't realize that, like, no, like, I want to be home. I don't want to be all over the place doing this and that. Like, you like to do stuff, but in moderation.
What's something about you? I don't know if anything's actually surprised me about you. I think I knew what I was getting into.
What you're getting into? That almost sounds like it's got a negative connotation to it.
No,
It's like, I knew all the troubles and hard stuff that I was about to get into with this one, this scoundrel over here. She was just really surprised at the amount of riz that I had.
Yeah.
She's like, well, like, I know that he's the smooth operator, but man, this guy knows how to woo a woman.
Whoa, that was exactly what I was thinking, Alex.
See?
That's spot on.
If you were a pirate, would you rather have the parrot on this shoulder or this shoulder?
Go away. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching our video. If you guys have more questions that you guys want us to answer, guys, nothing is ever off limits unless we say it's off limits. So
if you guys want me to just give you a couple Riz tips and advice, just let me know, and I know I'll teach you a couple things.
But comment any more questions that you guys have. We love doing these like sit down answer question videos. We just need questions to do them.
That's right.
So maybe we'll do like a girl talk version or a boy talk version. We'll figure it out. But until then, bye.
Love you guys.